Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another throwback toy review. As you can see, this week's review is going to focus on Transformers animated Ratchet. And I have to say, this particular version of the old Autobot medic is really an ornery cuss. You know, it's almost as if he, at least in this variation, he's already gone through the first Great War, you know, with the Decepticons. You know, of course, they're at peace, and he's basically, you know, a repair bot, you know, working on, you know, with a, you know, salvage crew and everything. But, man, oh man, I'm really liking this figure. I mean, I liked how they had done Ratchet in Transformers Prime. So when they did Transformers Animated, well, I should say, when they did, when they did Transformers Animated, I forgot that Animated first came before Prime. And I think a lot of this particular Ratchet's characteristics crossed over into, you know, the Primeverse. So very interesting. I'm really liking that. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at his face sculpt here. And damn, man, that is some really awesome looking features on him. Let's go ahead and tilt the camera up just a bit. I mean, yeah, take a look at that. You can tell, you know, the old battle scarred face. One of the crests from his, you know, helmet is broken off and everything. I mean, I have to say, it is, you know, it is a pretty interesting little figure. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any of the other animated figures available right now. After my previous reviews, about maybe a week or so ago, after they were completed, I went ahead and put them back into my storage. And considering that it's like 90 something plus degrees, going into my storage is like going into a freaking sauna. So yeah, no. So I won't be bringing any of the other figures out for comparison. But I mean, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a bit here. I mean, take a look at this figure all the way around. And I mean, in addition, you're going to see he's got some really interesting little accessories. I didn't even know he had these, to tell you the truth. So he's got his hammer here to bang out some dings. At the same time, he also has, you know, like a type of wedge here to pry open things. He's got his pipe wrench. He's got his little, oh god, I forgot what they call this one, but it's a flat edge, so you can be able to open things up. And then of course you got like a type of can opener type tool here. And of course you got his other accessories here. Now I do remember seeing something like this, and they were coming out of both sides of his arms, but they only have it on this side. And of course they're spring loaded, so when you lift up his arms, that releases. So that's pretty interesting. And of course you can connect his weapons by this little hook there, and that goes directly into this section right there. So you just plug that in, whoop, pop that back in there, and then just lift it up, and there you got him with his hammer. The hammer of the mighty Thor. I don't know, for some reason I'm liking that look. I should take a picture. Oh man. But not too bad. Now, as you can tell, he does have a type of ratchet. It's kind of a clean, smooth ratchet. He can move his arm out like so. He does have a type of elbow rotation as well as an elbow bend about a little under 90 degrees. He can open and close his fists like so. The only problem is there is no wrist rotation because of the little gimmick here. Now, there is no waist rotation either, so you can't really twist him. He can kick up around 90 degrees, and he's got some upper thigh rotation here. He can bend around less than 90 degrees. He can kick back, barely kick back. He can't kick back so far out. His toes can go in, but again, that's due to transformation. There is a type of ankle, or I should say a heel spur here, but for some reason they just don't want to stay in. I'm gonna see if I can try and just tighten the screws on this, but it's not too bad. I'm really liking. Oh yeah, almost forgot. His head is kind of spring loaded, and you'll see that during transformation. It can turn right, it can turn left, and that's about it. Like I said, it is spring loaded, and it will pop out the minute you click this portion back. So let's see here. Let's see if I can try and do that. And like that. So see, his head is popped in, and the minute you boom click that back piece on there, that's where it goes. And apparently there's like a little spring mechanism, and there's a tab, don't know if you're able to see it, right here, right there, and it goes into that little slot. So the minute you push that in, that's where the head pops out. So that is pretty interesting. I'm really liking it. Like I said, my only drawback is going to be with his toes here. But let's go ahead and take that off. Close his hands like so, and go ahead and close this section, which are on his shoulders, which got that little nice design. And we're going to go ahead and pop this back up, push the head down, and push this portion down, so that way you got the top right there. Now we're going to go ahead and now I want to say there is a there we go. I think that's it. There we go. This front portion has to be pulled out because it's like right there. So once that portion is pulled out, this will allow the legs to go in, and you got to move the hands in, and that is going to snap in there. Now you're going to do the same on the other side. For those that didn't see it, push that hand in like that. Yep, come on, get in there, get in there. Come on, damn it, snap in there. Okay, this thing is fucking fighting with me. I'm wondering if I have to turn these around to do this. I may have to. Yeah, there we go. And this will allow, oh yeah, almost forgot, almost forking forgot. You have to go ahead and push the hands in like so. So let's move this up a bit. So the hands were out to allow you to bend, but once in vehicle mode, you gotta go ahead and push those in like that. And how the hands are in, you gotta rotate them around so that these little deals here are underneath. Then you're able to close that up. Okay, so once that top portion is done, then it's just a matter of pushing the toes in, and you're gonna go ahead and tab these two legs together, and something going on here. There we go. Okay, and like so, and there you have Ratchet in his vehicle mode, and not bad looking if I do say so myself. Now the only thing that I do have an issue with is that there's no paint applications for the rims. Really wish they did that. But other than that, I do believe that's not too bad. I'm not sure there should be any more paint applications for either robot mode or vehicle mode, but I do have to say this isn't too bad. I'm really liking this, and the wheels roll very nicely. So yeah, not too bad. All right, well, give me a moment to go ahead and get him back into robot mode, and I'll see if I can do a size comparison with one of my other figures with this line. So I'll be right back. Alright, here we have Ratchet back in robot mode, and beside him is going to be Wheeljack from Transformers Prime. And as you can see, the scaling is a little bit different than in the animated series, but you know, all in all, not too bad. I'm really liking it nonetheless. Though I have to say, the articulation, or I should say the engineering for the animated figure is really spot on. I'm going to take Wheeljack out of the way here. I mean, wow. The way he looks in the animated series, you can tell Hasbro went out of their way of making sure that it looks the exact same way in the actual toy. So very, very nice. I got him with his hammer and his pipe wrench. Of course, he does have his other two, his chisel. There we go, I remember the name. And his little can opener. I'm calling it a can opener, so bite me. But nonetheless, you know, I like that. You know, I wound up getting this figure with all the accessories. I honestly, when I first saw him, it was through one of my friends from Cybertron's Elite, Snoop. I'm going to give you a good shout out. I have to thank you for this. It was kind of a long way in coming to me though, mostly because of the post office. For some reason, it took the scenic route, and I didn't get it till today, and I had gotten this about maybe a month or so ago. So when I went to my P.O. box, you know, this morning, which would be about, when you see this video, it'll probably be about maybe next week, or it'll be Saturday at the same time next week. You know, I contacted Snoop, and it's like, guess what? Guess who just showed up at my P.O. box? He's like, what, really? So yeah, it was funny, man. We both were laughing our asses off on that. But all in all, I mean, I have to say this is a really great figure. I'm glad I had the opportunity, you know, to snag him. The accessories were really awesome. You know, honestly, I was surprised that it came with accessories. I did not expect it, since he was a loose figure, but nonetheless, you know, it's a great figure. So with that taken in mind, I'm going to go ahead and give Ratchet a score of 9. Reason is because of the issues with his feet. I did try to go ahead and tighten up the screws on that, but that didn't seem to help matters much. So I may go ahead and put like some clear nail polish or some floor polish on them and see if that tightens up the feet a little bit. But if anyone out there has had this or has this particular figure or any of the Transformers animated line, let me ask you, do you like them? Did you hate them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, click onto the bell notification button to let you know when new videos are up. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this wild robot ride. So far it has been amazing. I cannot say anything more to that, and I'm seeing that the channel is growing. It's a little bit slow in coming, but you know what, I'm happy that it is getting views. I'm happy that people are liking the videos. So without any further ado, I'd like to thank you once again. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.